Of course, and we are so excited to announce the opening of Capstan Station today. And I'm just going to go through a brief rundown of what we can expect for today's events. We will have our own CEO, Kevin Quinn, speaking to give a brief welcome, and then we will welcome Chief Wayne Sparrow of the Musqueam Indian Band, and we will have a brief performance as well from Coastal Wolfpack. They will be doing a celebratory dance. That will be followed by Richmond Mayor Malcolm Brody. And we will also be hearing from some of our developers who were involved heavily in this project. That includes Concord Pacific's Peter Eugenia, Polygon International's Robin Glover, and from Polygon Homes' Robin Glover, and from Pinnacle International, Pascal Yamin. After that, we will open it up for a brief Q&A for media. And you can just put up your hand, introduce who you are, and we'll have John with the roving mic, and he will attend to any of your questions. Followed by that, we will move the podium, and we will have a ribbon cutting for media, and we'll make sure we have enough time for you to get set up, so if you want to move a bit closer, that's fine. I have to remind everyone here, though, the station will not open officially until we are finished, so we're going to have a lion dance at the end with CLF Kung Fu Club. So please, if you can just stay where you are with respect until that is finished, and we'll let you know once the station is officially open. So I'm just asking for everyone's patience, and in the interest of safety, that we just keep everyone where they are till the very end, and we will let you know once the station is officially open after we cut that ribbon. So who's excited? Yes.
I am.
All right. Good.
I am.
I'm going to welcome to the stage now TransLink CEO Kevin Quinn.
Let's go, Kevin.
Got the cheering section. All right, good morning, and thank you everyone for being here today for our announcement. I do want to begin by acknowledging that we're gathered on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people, and I would like to ask Chief Wayne Sparrow to offer a welcome on behalf of the Musqueam.
My name's Wayne Sparrow. I'm the elected chief. My traditional name's Yakalak. I want to, on behalf of my community, welcome each and every one of you here. I want to acknowledge the mayor and council and TransLink for all the hard work that they've done, and under their leadership, we have what we have here today, and even in Musqueam, our community is growing, and we're doing some major developments, and it's so proud to have two of our partners that we have in Musqueam, Concord and Polygon, as part of this project. So I want to acknowledge them at the same time, and I'll now pass it over and thank each and every one of you. And I want to thank the mayor and their council of giving us opportunity to welcome each and every one of you here, and look forward to working with you guys in the future. Thank you.
We just wanted to share a welcome song on behalf of the Musqueam people. You know, when we hear visitors coming into our territory, we used to gather as a whole community coming together. So to follow with the words of welcome and acknowledgement from our chief, Yakwaluk, Chief Wayne Sparrow, we want to share that welcome song and dance also to welcome you here, not only to the opening of this station, but to welcome you to our unceded traditional territory of the Musqueam people. Thank you once again.
All right, thank you, Chief Sparrow, for those welcoming words. Thank you to the Coastal Wolf Pack for that absolutely beautiful welcoming. I want to recognize a few individuals we have here today, including MP Wilson Miao, MLA Han Chan, Minister Kelly Green, Mayor George Harvey of the City of Delta. I also want to recognize TransLink board members that are here today, including our Chair, Lorraine Cunningham, Director Harpinder Sandhu, Director Jen Chan, and Director Stephen Howard. I want to welcome all dignitaries and elected officials are here. I'm sure I've missed a couple in listing those out. Today, we are so excited to welcome you here and announce that Richmond's Capstan station on the Canada Line is now open to the public.
Let's go!
This is only the second time that we've constructed an additional SkyTrain station to serve an already existing line. It is a big day. The new rapid transit hub we're standing at today is located between Bridgeport and Aberdeen stations, and up to 37,000 customers ride this section of the Canada Line each weekday, and Capstan Station is a unique addition to our system. It features a larger concourse and waiting area for better customer experience, dual sets of escalators, and space for future commercial retail. Additionally, Capstan is our first all-digital station with new enhanced display screens. This station is also home to some stunning interior art by local artist Howie Choi that represents this area's natural history. Frequent, reliable, and accessible transit is one of the best ways to build strong communities in our growing region. Canada Line ridership grew by 20% in 2023 compared to the previous year, and Capstan Station will help meet continued ridership demand in Richmond and beyond. The transit-oriented neighborhood we're in today is expected soon to be home to roughly 16,000 people. And this new station will ensure current and future residents of Capstan Village can make transit their #1 transportation option and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It will connect a diverse community to jobs, schools, shopping, and recreation. I'm also happy to announce that as part of the Capstan Station opening, we will be increasing capacity on the Canada Line during peak hours to help relieve overcrowding. The opening of Capstan Station is the result of many years of collaboration between TransLink, Canada Line, the City of Richmond, and local developers. This station funding model was a first of its kind and is a prime example of what's possible when we work together on a shared vision towards a common goal. Together, we have shown how innovative funding solutions and
the Vice Chair of the TransLink Mayor's Council, and I'm so pleased to be here to celebrate the grand opening of the Capstan Station. Now, the people who are on either side of me are the city councillors who have joined us. I'd like you to welcome Councillor Bill McNulty, Councillor Laura Galanders, Councillor Chacao. So having a station right here in the Capstan Village completes TransLink's and our city vision, as we knew how important it would be to have a station serving those visiting, living, and working in the growing Capstan village. When we were planning the Canada line way back in the day, that the time would come. We didn't, because this is a development area and the density was very low at the time that the Canada line was built, we didn't need the station at that time. However, with development, we very much do need it, and hopefully all of you are going to partake in that. Now, the difficult part, of course, was how to fund the station with dollars being stretched very thin. And Kevin Quinn has alluded to this being the first of its kind in Canada, the funding model, with the development community. We began that process in 2012, and that's what made it possible. Based on the developer contributions, the City of Richmond was able to contribute over $32 million towards the building of this station. Creative partnerships and shared goals resulted in an amenity that will benefit the entire community without a financial burden to local government. And I'm also pleased to recognize the 4 primary development companies that contributed to make this station a reality, and we're going to hear from some of them with a few remarks in a few minutes. This station will bring sustainable transportation closer to thousands of residents and support this vibrant, growing neighborhood and all of Richmond for decades to come. Now, I would like to reach way back to thank some of the people who envisioned the Canada line and the possibility of this station. I'd like to say thank you to the Chief Executive Officer of TransLink in the day, Pat Jacobson. The project was led by Jane Bird. Doug McCallum, the previous mayor of Surrey, he was the chair of the TransLink board when the Canada line was first approved. And of course, the big champion for the project was Premier Gordon Campbell. Let's hear it for all of those people. I just love this enthusiasm. So thanks to TransLink, the contributing developers, local artists, Howie Sui, whose work adorns the station, and all those for their vision and their commitment to bring the Capstan station to life. And with those words, I'd like to introduce from Concord Properties, Peter Ugenja, to say a few remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Brody. I believe this is probably the 4th announcement that we've done together. It's been a lot of hardware in the area. We would first like to thank the Musqueam Band. They're our future Vancouver partner, and we thank them for the use of this territory. I'd like to thank TransLink, and I'd like to thank the City of Richmond for inviting the development community out to also celebrate this. As most people know, we're the developer of the Expo lands. That's what most people know, and those are all the media calls that I usually end up getting about anyway. But we actually have 10,000 homes under construction outside of Vancouver, including the near completion of the last phase of our Concord community called Galleria right here. So we're pretty excited about that. But we wouldn't be standing here without the City of Richmond having the foresight and the institutional stomach to take this partnership on and facilitate it with TransLink. We also wouldn't be standing here without the development community coming together to pitch this unique model to the city and to TransLink in the first place. And we certainly wouldn't be standing here in this new community without 1,600 new homeowners, many of which are right here. They paid for it all. They should actually be standing here with us. And a nearly third of these buyers were actually first-time home buyers as well. So they truly believe in transit and they believe in the area. So, you know, we facilitated it, but they paid for it. They paid for Ketchison Park, Capstan Park, public art, affordable live-work studio rentals, this Galleria Health Center that will be here, new Arts and Community Center that will be opening up in the spring as well. And of course, they paid for more than half of this SkyTrain station. It's the customers that did it. They deserve the thanks. And now I would like to introduce you to one of the original three developers, Robin Glover from Polygon.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to say a few words this morning. I'm pleased to be part of this celebration. It's been many years in the making. So why is the Capstan station so important to Polygon? Well, we have a long-standing commitment to developing communities within Richmond and for the people of Richmond. Polygon began its first project in Richmond back in 1984 called Hampton Gardens. In 1987, we completed our first apartment community in Richmond called Carmel Point. And in 1988, we broke ground on our first townhome community at Stratford Garden. And today, I'm proud to say that we've constructed over 5,700 homes within the city of Richmond. We have another 1,400 homes currently in the approvals process, just a few short blocks away at our Talistar community. In short, we've been active in this community for 40 long years, and the completion of this much-needed station demonstrates Polygon's continued commitment to building within this community. And if it's not clear from that track record, we love working in Richmond. And this station, it's a testament to what can be accomplished when there's a shared vision, supported through the collaboration between public and private partnerships. So, on behalf of Polygon, I want to say congratulations to council, to staff, to TransLink, to our development partners, and most importantly, congratulations to those that live, play, and work within the city of Richmond. And now I'd like to turn it over to Pascal from Pinnacle. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm joined here by Karen Kwok from Anson Realty. My name is Pascal Yamin. I've overseen the construction of Capstan Village for Pinnacle. Unfortunately, Mike Dakotas, the president of Pinnacle International, would love to be here, but he had prior commitments. So he's thrilled to see the opening of Capstan Station. First and foremost, we'd like to congratulate the City of Richmond and TransLink for the successful completion of Capstan Station. It's been something we've been eagerly awaiting for almost over a decade since we started development here, and it's a key component to Capstan Village. So far, to date, we've completed 8 mixed-use buildings, along with community amenities such as the Sprouts Daycare, Capstan Park, and several pieces of public art. The community continues to grow. Early next year, we're hoping to turn over our residential building, followed by 2 exciting new hotels under Pinnacle, Marriott International. The first hotel that'll open will be Le Méridien Pinnacle Hotel, followed shortly after by the Elements by Westin, offering long-term options. So with all that, you're expecting a greater frequency of travelers in the area alongside all the residents and citizens of this area. We're expecting to open up or further unlock Capstan Village as a destination as well as a home. So with that, congratulations to everybody again for all your participation, and thanks for your time. Thank you for inviting us up here. We're very excited to see Capstan Village join the convenient access and the growing network of TransLink across the region. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pascal. Now we'll have a brief Q&A for the media, and if you have any questions, just put your hand up, give us your name and your outlet, and John is here with the mic, and he'll start you off.
Hi there, I'm Michelle with CBC. A couple of questions. The first one being, I know that this project was expected to be completed in 2022, and then last year, just mentioned, and the delays, did it cost more because of that?
Yeah, that's right. So the final for this station ended up being $62 million. It was about $10 million higher. And you're exactly right. Result of those soil conditions, those site conditions that we had to make adjustments for to the station necessitated a higher cost. I'll also just note that this is one of many projects that we started during COVID. And so this project was not immune to a lot of the same challenges capital projects started during COVID encountered, like supply chain challenges, inflationary increases in the cost of materials and goods. And so, again, just really happy to be here today to deliver this project. Thanks.
Hi there, Aaron MacArthur, Global News. The funding model, unique, as you said, it worked here. It did not work in Vancouver for various reasons yet. Can this be used on future stations in Surrey, Langley, and anywhere else TransLink would like to go?
Sure. A couple of years ago, we launched our real estate development program, really looking to capitalize on TransLink-owned land around SkyTrain stations primarily, and looking to partner with the development community. The first great example of that is at the corner of Broadway and Arbutus, where we have our first development project in partnership with PCI Developments, the revenue from which will go back into funding the transit system. So that's a really successful model. This is another model. Look, it's going to be different in every location, right? We have a very quickly changing, very active real estate market here in Metro Vancouver. I think we're open, as always, to working with municipalities, to working with the development community. The launch of our real estate development program and this program that Mayor Brody talked about here in Richmond, I think lays the groundwork for some creative solutions in the future.
I was going to ask you about the real estate development component of this as well.
Sure.
How much revenue are we looking at generating going forward? Are there any projections on that?
I'm happy to get back to you on that. We have the latest projections, I think, in our last investment plan. Happy to loop back with you on that. Sure.
Hi, Cecilia from City News. This is for Malcolm Brody. Hi, Mayor. I know we see a lot of towers going up today. You said yourself this project's meant to bring in thousands, up to 16,000 of residents to Richmond. We know that affordability is already becoming a problem here in our city. Do we think that with the new additions, we have enough infrastructure to sustain that population growth?
When you have growth, you're going to need to extend your infrastructure. It's just the way it is. So do we have enough? We have enough to serve what we have today, but with Richmond taking on high density, and that's been the vision for Richmond for about the last 30 years, we're going to continue to need more roads, more parks, more sewers, more sidewalks, all the infrastructure that makes for a great livable city. So we will continue to work on that as we go along.
Just to follow up, I know the final cost for this project was $62 million. Could you just clarify how much of that came from the city and how much from the developers?
From the city and the developers is one and the same. The money from the city was provided by the developers, and the money provided by the developers was over $32 million.
All right,
Hi.
Thanks very much. And just one more question over here. Yeah, go ahead.
Yasmin Gandam with Hello? Okay. Yasmin Gandam with CTV. My question's for Kevin. Capstan is one of 4 potential future stations on the Canada Line. There's 2 in Vancouver, an additional station to serve an expansion at YVR. Could we see any improvements and updates over there now that we see Capstan finally opening?
Yeah. So, sitting here today, those future stations aren't in our 10-year vision. My understanding is that there was planning at one time for those stations. I think those could be considered at a future date. Clearly, we'd have to do the business casing for that to really evaluate the costs and benefits of those stations. Just a couple of things I'd note. First, those stations that you identified, especially the ones in Vancouver, would be underground. And so they would likely have a much more significant capital cost than an above-ground station. I'll also just note they're on that main trunk of the Canada Line, and so the delays and impacts for building those stations would likely be felt throughout the entire Canada Line, versus here with Capstan Station, we were able to really isolate any delays or impacts to just this branch. I think we're always open to considering things. Sitting here today, those projects aren't in our Access for Everyone plan and aren't being considered at this time. Yeah, thanks.
All right, thank you very much. That concludes our Q&A portion of the event. Yeah, let's do it. All right, everyone has to stand by still. Stand by.